Okay, we have one more interesting topic for today. On Thursday is something I meant to cover earlier, but couldn't get a chance. Couldn't get a chance. Did not get a chance to cover this earlier. Uh, so on Thursday, the Senate finally or finished confirming Rick Perry, God, as our Secretary of Energy. Now, sorry, I'm messing around with this new setup for mounting the microphone, and it's like the ring on the shock mount is perilously close to my forehead, and I keep hitting it. Work in progress. Okay, where were we? Okay, Rick Perry, Secretary of Energy. All right, Rick Perry, former governor of Texas, was confirmed as Secretary of Energy on Thursday, with the help of a number of little rat bastard corporate Democrats that need to be gotten rid of. We'll go into that in a minute. Now here's some of the particulars, like interesting particulars about Rick Perry. First off, especially when it's involving the Department of Energy, one of his most popular public screw-ups was during a Republican presidential debate where he listed off 3 agencies that he wanted to eliminate. The EPA, the IRS, and, well, what he meant to say was the Department of Energy, but he forgot which one it was. He couldn't think of it. So that's interesting. That's kind of stupid. It's a little chuckle, and a lot of people like to bring that up. I want to mention something that's a little more on the darker, more "are you shitting me" kind of side pertaining to this. So, here's something. This is an article from the New York Times. Again, link in the description. About Rick Perry, and information surrounding his journey from dumbass governor to dumbass Secretary of Energy. And again with this damn thing, I keep hitting it anyway. In his confirmation hearing, this is from the article. In his confirmation hearing, Mr. Perry told senators that he regretted his call in the 2012 campaign to eliminate the agency. Okay. So it was 2012. He tried running for president. He failed. Couldn't remember the name. Now, it says in the article that people close to Mr. Perry said that at the time he had believed that the Department of Energy was largely focused, keep losing my place, on developing and promoting the nation's energy resources. Mr. Perry told the Senate Energy and National Resources Committee that after being briefed on so many of the vital functions of the Department of Energy, that he now supported its mission. See, here's the thing. The real issue is like, okay, he forgot the name of it. Haha, it's funny. He's a dumbass. He goofed on TV. And yeah, it is funny. But here's the more serious, the more concerning part of this. And to me, it kind of goes to the state of mind of a lot of these conservatives that are involved in government right now. And that is, he fully intended or fully supported eliminating this agency, yet he had no idea what they even did. Oh, it was just unnecessary government regulation. Get rid of it. We don't need it. He didn't even know what the agency did. He thought, that's basically what I thought. He's freaking, heavily supported by the oil and gas industry. I guess, he thought it was, he thought the Department of Energy was focused on developing and promoting energy production. Oh, what an idiot. So he didn't even take the time to be briefed on what the agency did. He didn't even take the time to look it up on fucking Wikipedia. He just like, oh, well, we don't need it. Get rid of it. I want to get rid of it. I'm sorry, that was my Trump voice. Oh, get rid of it. We don't need that. We don't need none of that unnecessary government overreach restricting our energy sector. Which I believe most of their gripes would be with the EPA, but anyway. Little did he know that the Department of Energy's primary focus, like the thing that the majority of their budget goes to each year, is maintaining our nuclear stockpile. This moron who wanted to eliminate the agency had no clue that one of its main tasks is keeping our nuclear weapons safe and in good working order. Oh god, this is the guy who's now in charge of maintaining our nuclear stockpile. Also, too, had no idea that the agency, it does that. Okay, it maintains a nuclear stockpile. It also runs and maintains our national labs. And does grants and funding for science and sort of like energy-related development, which he had no idea about either. And it's just incredible. Now, here's another area, too, that concerns me with Rick Perry. Now, of course, Rick Perry used to be the former governor of Texas. By the way, also, I just want to add this one point. At least under Obama, the people put in charge of the Department of Energy have been physicists, like top department-leading physicists and scientists. Naturally, the Trump administration never thought, why would the devil Obama be putting scientists in charge of energy? Never crossed their mind. Let's put an oil guy in there, from a Texas oil guy in there. Anyway, it gets a little more troubling because the Department of Energy is also in charge of handling a number of things. Like, for instance, in this particular case, they're in charge of handling the disposal and the storage of nuclear waste in the country. Now, along with deep ties to the oil and gas and coal industries and heavy financial backing from those industries, Rick Perry also has ties to a person named Harold Simmons. While he was governor of Texas, Harold Simmons was Rick Perry's second largest donor. Now, the reason that's important, and the reason our issues are important, anyway, the reason that's important is that, as the energy secretary, Perry would oversee the nation's high-level radioactive waste. Spent fuel rods, things like that. Now, as governor, Perry approved a West Texas site for low-level radioactive waste owned by a company called Waste Control Specialists that is in turn owned by Harold Simmons. Now, this is not a disposal site. It's a storage site. It is essentially an open lot in West Texas to store low-level nuclear waste. All right? In fact, I actually have a picture of it here. Let me pull this up. So, I really hope my audio was captured in that last little segment because I really don't want to have to try to redo this. Alright, so, basically, he and the state of Texas have both assisted, and the company's geologists have basically assisted in sort of remapping where this aquifer is, so that basically they're not officially building a nuclear waste storage site on top of the nation's largest aquifer. So, of course, as much as I trust the geological, surveys conducted by the company who wants to build their facility there, I'm kind of skeptical. So there's that, and now it gets even better. In an interesting turn of events, waste control specialists has recently applied to the federal government for a license to store 40,000 tons of high-level nuclear reactor waste for 40 years or more at this site. No additional, nothing additional, no new facilities, just basically on a parking lot. High-level nuclear waste sitting in the open, in basically an open lot. And that's what they want to do. Now that license is on its way. That license from Harold Simmons' company is now on its way to the desk of Rick Perry, who basically owes most of his campaign funding to Harold Simmons. Again, I would like to reiterate at this point, alright, drain the swamp my ass. Drain the fucking swamp. Are you kidding me? It's like it's been opposite day ever since the inauguration. Like, literally, like, seriously, he will take, like, Trump and his administration will take just like, okay, here's the qualifications, here's who we need, here's what we said we were going to do, here's what we need for this position or to do this certain task. How do we appoint someone, or how do we go into a direction that is entirely opposite of what we said we were going to do? Alright, well, if you're still here, I hope you enjoyed my 16-minute rant on our new Secretary of Energy. By the way, I will be posting these names in the description. The Democrats in name only that need to be gone, who voted to confirm this, are McCaskill, Tester, Heidi Heitkamp, Warner, and, oh, would you look at that, Joe Manchin. Also Cortez, Masto. Yeah, that's it. There's one other who was, I didn't really necessarily include him because he's an independent. He just caucuses with the Democrats, which, kick him out. But anyway, that's it. Links will be in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.